this is ridiculous that people would just pretend like, oh, did one of the worst things a traitor could possibly do to our country, like attempted to, at least in a very poor fashion, by the way. But hey, they gave it their best shot. They sucked. They screwed it up. But they did like a really bad thing. Like when it comes to like how much everybody wants to complain about Antifa burning down buildings or like messing up private businesses or stuff like that. That stuff's screwed up. Antifa needs to like get somewhere and just disappear. And same with anybody within Black Lives Matter that wants to go around burning down buildings and rioting. Like those people just need to disappear. They need to get somewhere. They're pieces of crap. But they don't compare to people who are trying to overturn a democratic election. Does like a lot of like victim mentality stuff. She's just I don't know if you know who WurzelRoot is, but she is WurzelRoot's girlfriend. Where is she politically? She is pretty far right. So like WurzelRoot does like a lot of other videos that are actually really good in like the way that they engage people. So this is him.
I have something rather important that I'd like everyone to listen to. It is an audio recording of the segregated part of the DC prison which houses those arrested for the January 6th protest. These people have been denied bail for 7 going on 8 months due to coronavirus and the nature of their crimes. So this is the first that we're going to be able to see what they've been up to. But this doesn't fit with what we have been told. We've been told these people are neo-Nazis, they're white supremacists, they're anti-American. They are
What? They sang the national anthem? They can't be Nazis. They sing the national anthem? They have to be for America if they sang the national anthem. They gotta be huge patriots if they sing the national anthem. This is proof. Now we know. Now we know that they are the best Americans because they sing a song. Thank goodness. Now we know. We thought that these were freaking insurrectionists. We thought that these were people who ran into the Capitol and tried to overtake a democratically elected president and change the entire process. We thought that these were people who were ruining the entire institutions that we have set up for our government. Well, but they sang the national anthem. So, like, I guess, man, mind blown. I was totally wrong.
Dangerous to enter into society. Dangerous Nazis and thugs. But here they are, waking up, and the first thing they do in the morning is rise and sing the national anthem to lift their spirits. It seems in actuality these people might be patriots. They might love their fellow American and America itself. They are God-fearing and frequent in prayer. What it seems they are not is inhuman monsters. And with this information, one might think if we live in a country which values and loves Americans and America as much as we patriots do, why do we see this result? If we lived in this country which I spoke of, would it not try to understand why the patriotic Americans seem to hate it so much? Would it not try to remedy this? Would it not try as hard as it could to bring these two people back into concordance with each other?
Yeah, sure. After they serve their time, they get to come back one day once they've done their freaking time. But like, what is he suggesting? Because they sing the national anthem, they shouldn't go to jail now? Like, because they because they like to sing and because they like the country. Like, I think we all knew that these people were very very passionate about the country. I don't think anybody would have denied that. I think we all knew this. Like, this isn't new information here. They're all very passionate about the country. So passionate that they're willing to buy into conspiracy theories and lies to where they'll storm a freaking government building filled with congressmen and senators so that they can try to hang Mike Pence and Nancy Pelosi. So yeah, like, it's I think they got to do their time first. But sure, they can get out and, maybe vote one day again. I mean, I'm a convicted felon. I voted in the last election, but I voted for Biden. So.
But instead, the government uses every power it has to try to destroy the lives of anyone even slightly related to this. Many of these people who are being held indefinitely in horrid conditions, who are patriots, are first-time offenders and are being charged with a misdemeanor trespassing. Charged only with misdemeanors and held in solitary confinement 23 hours a day. Because when a tyranny is questioned, the only response they have is overwhelming force. If you live in a free form of government, you find that patriotic, God-fearing people who do not commit crimes are suddenly being radicalized, suddenly hating the government, suddenly believing that they do not live in a free country. They rather live in a tyranny and need to use any means in order to undo that. Perhaps in a free form of government, they would try to figure out why people think that rather than punishing all who do think.
No, that's such bullcrap. Listen. We have institutions set up that, and this is all that holds our country together. That's it. Congress, the Senate, the president, the governors, the mayors, all of these things, these are the most important things to our country. The Constitution is bullcrap if Congress and the Senate and the Supreme Court, if they don't uphold the Constitution. If they want to change it, they can change it. But they don't, right? They do, but they uphold the Constitution. They uphold our freedoms. They are what's most important. The institutions that keep our country what it is, they are what's important. Not freaking singing the national anthem, not waving an American flag. These guys, it's not as if they did nothing wrong. I mean, we got guys in the chat literally pretending that they're not even real right wingers, that they're feds from an operation. He doesn't even want to claim them. This is ridiculous that people would just pretend did one of the worst things a traitor could possibly do to our country, attempted to, at least, in a very poor fashion, by the way. But hey, they gave it their best shot. They sucked. They screwed it up. But they did a really bad thing. When it comes to how much everybody wants to complain about Antifa burning down buildings or messing up private businesses or stuff like that, that stuff's screwed up. Antifa needs to get somewhere and just disappear. And same with anybody within Black Lives Matter that wants to go around burning down buildings and rioting. Those people just need to disappear. They need to get somewhere. They're pieces of crap. But they don't compare to people who are trying to overturn a democratic election. The fact that we would complain about a couple business owners and their life being changed, whereas these people are trying to overturn millions of votes. They would affect the entire country, not just a couple business owners. They would affect the entire freaking country. Come on. That's like, this is stupid. Of course they should be locked up. Of course they should be in solitary confinement. Of course they should only see 1 hour a day outside of their jail cells, if that at all. These guys are pieces of crap. These guys are scum of the earth. They went into the Capitol to try to hang congressmen and congresswomen and tried to overturn an election. Like, come on, this is stupid. These are like the worst freaking people. They should be shot. Like, they're traitors. That's what we normally do with traitors. They should be shot, pretty much. Like, I think that would be a good sentence to me.
But I think the answer to this is obvious. We do not live in a country where the government loves America, where the government loves its people. We live in a country where the government hates America and has contempt for its people. When coronavirus ravages the population, when it shuts down...
Has contempt for its people, says the guy who doesn't care that like a bunch of people are trying to overturn an election. Like, this guy is really worried about the people, right? This is a real patriot right here. The guy who doesn't give a crap about the fact that a bunch of people are trying to get rid of our votes and kill our representatives. He's the guy who really cares about America. This is the real patriot right here.
Thousands of small businesses, ruins people's lives, puts them on the street. The government cannot act. They can't get out stimulus checks. They can't do anything meaningful to help the people. All they can do is tweet or go on shows and pretend to be sorry while chastising you for not doing enough to stop coronavirus, blaming it on you. But only when they are called tyrant and traitor to their face and they get a bit concerned, do you see the blood drain from them. When they actually get scared and they actually get very angry and determined to see something happen. Perhaps they love the new America which they are creating to serve them, but they are an alien entity. They feel no kinship whatsoever for the average American. They do not know him, simply. But they know they must destroy him, and if he resists, they must beat him until he stops resisting, or until he's too scared to resist his own destruction. The January 6th protesters, they aren't monsters. They are not full of hate. They are full of love for their communities. They are full of love for God. They are...
Who gives a crap, dude? This freaking guy with his, like, mushy-gushy... These are good people. They love their country. So we shouldn't care that they did horrible things. We shouldn't care at all. Just let them out. They sang the national anthem.
Are full of love for the country which many of them have served in war. They are not a threat to America or Americans. They are a threat to tyrants. And that's exactly why they need us, the average people, to believe they are these soulless monsters.
The people who were trying to defend the leader who was trying to arrange a coup, who was trying to like get people to or was pretending that the election was fraudulent. Like, that guy's not a tyrant, right? Like, that the guy who undermined the Constitution 1,000,000 times, didn't give a crap about the First Amendment, about freedom of religion, about freedom of speech, tried like removing judges because of their race, had what he called the Muslim ban, had a bunch of protesters shot with rubber bullets just for being outside of a freaking church so he could stand there and hold the Bible upside down while his fingers freaking smoked from touching the thing. The amount of cognitive dissonance in this guy's head right now. Like, I can't imagine what the freaking CIA had to do to this guy to get his brain so fried and so turned around inside to where he thinks anything he's saying makes sense. I've seen him in other videos. I've watched one other video of his before, and it was him talking about how, like, the left has it right. We should care about feelings. That is all we should care about. Feelings over facts? Who cares about facts? Let's just talk about our feelings. Like, Oh my goodness.
Facts over feelings is absolutely brain dead. It makes no sense whatsoever. It has no efficacy as a political strategy. Facts over feelings is going to be your last words before a bunch of people feeling a lot of feelings send your ass to the gulag.
Like, yeah, and that KyootRoot, like, that is his girlfriend. Like, the lack of logical thinking between those two brains, like, I can't imagine those two just like sitting there like, yeah, I think the sky's blue. Well done. Yeah, I think you're right. I think the sky is blue. I like blue. Yeah. Yeah, I like blue too. Blue's on the American flag. Blue is on the American flag. You're right. Blue loves this country. The sky loves this country. We need to go to the sky. The church Bible one was proven fake news. What was proven fake news? What part? We know, like, there were we literally watched video of it, dude. What are you talking about? What part was proven fake news? If his girlfriend, yo, I don't talk about people's girlfriends. I don't talk about people's, like, family. Unless they're going to go out on social media and put themselves out there, like, then hell yeah, I'm going to talk about them all day. If they want to put themselves out there, if they want to put their stupid ideas out there, if they want to say retarded crap all over the internet, hell yeah, I'm going to go after them just like I would anybody else. What? Because she has a boyfriend, now I shouldn't talk about them anymore? K-Fellows has a boyfriend. People talk about K-Fellows. I've had girlfriends. People don't stop talking about me. Like, we put ourselves out there. We put our ideas out there. That's it. Like, it's out there for you to talk about. You wanna come talk about it? Feel free. She knows and understands that when she goes and gets on a panel with a bunch of people watching. Like, it's pretty simple. It's not off limits to talk about somebody's girlfriend when they are going on debates and panels themselves. I've already talked to her on a panel myself. Like, I have witnessed the idiocy in person.
Ways to kind of square the circle that don't put people out, and that on a case by case, differ based on the kind of realities at hand.
Okay. By this argument, you would also argue that female and cisgender females and cisgender males should just compete against each other entirely in the Olympics. Why aren't we fighting for complete equality and measuring all of their stats against each other and just having them compete that way? Why isn't that the argument? Why is it the argument that someone can just say, I'm a woman, and then we place them into women's sports? For example, we have in the Tokyo Olympics.
But no, I can hear it. I can hear their soul, and I think it echoes in a lot of us.
He chanted USA afterwards. Oh man, free him now. Free him now. All of the stuff they did, it's all forgiven. They chanted USA, guys. They did it. So I think we should just forget all of the crap that they did, cuz they sang a good song. So I think they're good people now.